Hi, I'm Isabella from Front Robotics Network, and today we're going to be talking to 4451 ROBOTZ Garage and talking about their design and their vision processing and how that makes them the #1 robot in South Carolina. You're watching Behind the Bumpers. All right, I'm going to send it off to Coleman to talk about their design.
All right, hi, I'm Coleman. I'm our CAD team lead. This is our robot Cobra. So basically every year at the start of season, we host a little meeting between all of our team members where we go over all the different things we want with our robots, such as what we want to shoot like, what we want to build like. So if we put our intake down real quick, you see that our robot has a expendable hopper. We use our hoppers such as with our intake, so as soon as we fold it down, we have more hopper space. That allows us to, when we raise our intake, slowly force more balls into our shooter. All right, so for starter intake, next picture, we have enough clearance so it rests on our bumpers and shoots it right up into our spindexer, which onto our spindexer, it allows us to have 5 balls in our spindexer at one time, allows us to feed straight into our shooter, see like that, and then lets us have time to speed up our shooter and shoot them right out. This year, we decided to go with a single stream shooter. This is our current design for DCMP. It has a hood along with a motorized back spinning wheels. It gives enough torque and speed to shoot our balls for full court. Anywho, I'm going to pass this on to Ian to talk about our design.
Before you pass it on, I wanted to ask, Coleman, I see that there's a bit of a gap in your rollers at the very bottom of your shooter. I wanted to ask why you decided to do that.
The gap there in the bottom of our shooter is to pinch the fuel into our shooter so we have enough space to just crush it to get a 1/8 inch of compression, so it just feeds straight up and in.
Awesome, thank you for that. Let's pass it off to Ian.
Before we get to our next segment, we'd like to think the following. True competitors know that every second counts. That's why Kettering University challenges you to dive in right away as a first-year student. Participating in robotics programs helps Kettering students secure a valuable co-op. Whatever your interest, Kettering gives you more space to work faster and win faster. Learn more at kettering.edu/first. Osh Cut is the premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, 3D tube laser cutting, and with nearly 500 variations of metal in stock and ready to cut. Just upload a file and claim your 50% off discount when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT.
Hi, I'm Ian, and today I'm going to be talking about the design evolution of our team. So for starters, like Coleman mentioned, we do have a meeting at the beginning of the season, and that meeting is to determine what exactly we want to do. Unfortunately, however, we did miss 2 weeks of build season due to inclement weather. Given these circumstances, we decided for time efficiency, since we were playing for week 1, we wanted to go with something simple enough to build, but efficient enough to win the competition. So what we decided to do is, like Coleman mentioned, do the intake, but what is interesting about the intake is we did keep the same arms, but this plate right here is completely different. We noticed that the balls would go under the robot and we would end up surfing on the robot. So it would surf on the fuel and we would just get propped up and get stuck there in auto. So instead of having one sheet of polycarb, we now have a nice sloped ramp for the actual balls to feed into our spindexer. Speaking of the spindexer, we used to have 2 mechanism wheels right here. These guys right here, they used to be stacked on top of each other. Problem we found with those is that they would actually start spinning a ball. If it was right here, it would start spinning and spinning because this top mechanism wheel and this bottom mechanism wheel just kept them standing there. So what we did is we added a collision wheel. We kept our pneumatic tire, and with that, we found that our jamming issues have significantly decreased. And then to finish off with our hood that we added, at the beginning of the season, we did decide that we wanted to go with a turret. However, like I mentioned, the inclement weather did actually affect what we were able to do. So we do want to add the ability to go full court shooting from the opposite side of the field. And with that ability, we knew we had to add a hood to our robot. So we have a herringbone gear, and it'll just kind of lift it up, and it will go back down. And this is all controlled with a minion, CTRE minion, and this is the, I believe this is the through bore encoder. And with that, we can see exactly where a hood is at all times. So that was some of the design evolution of our robot. I'm going to pass this over to Josh to talk more about vision if Isabella has any questions.
I wanted to ask, are you going to make any changes towards your shooter before Worlds? As seeing with current ranking, it seems that's entirely possible.
So we actually, what we decided to do is we decided to add the turret, the hood before DCMP to just make sure we actually had enough time and we could have practice with it during our competition here. So this is the only change we are making. As far as I'm aware, we are not going to add anything groundbreaking to our robot to change. So what you see is what you're going to have if we make it.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's pass it off to Josh.
I'm going to pass it over to Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I'm Team 4451's team captain. I will be talking to you about our vision. We have 4 cameras on here, 3 April tag cameras, and 1 object detection camera right there. Our main camera right here is called our shooter cam. We have our little cam that could on our right rear view camera. And we have our Ian cam right here that is looking backwards at the hub during autonomous. So we went with relatively the same design. There's a couple new cameras. We use 50 cameras, and we use a new a forked branch of what PhotonVision is using. So on our dashboard, we use YOLO, YUYV, called YOLO, and with this we get extremely high FPS and very little latency. So if you'll look at this blue box, that is the object detection. It will object detect around the April tag and allowing us to more easily track April tags on the field. And this is what allows us to have such high FPS and such low latency. And to continue a little bit off of our vision and more autonomous control, in our code we have it so that when teleop is enabled, the pivot in the intake pivot will automatically pivot down without any driver input or operator input. So as you see, we are disabled, and if you want to look at the intake pivot enabling, it automatically goes down without any driver or operator input. We also have interpolation tables allowing us to shoot at different velocities from different ranges of the field with our shooter. And that's all I have to say.
I noticed this camera mount looks very interesting to me. I was wondering if you could talk a little more about that.
So we kind of had to figure out a specific way to kind of angle it without really angling it. And that doesn't sound right. But basically with our shooter cam, we had to have this giant chunk to angle it that certain amount of degrees. Otherwise, we could have done exactly what we did with Ian cam here and just kept it straight. But then we wouldn't be able to see anything on the hub, because that's what that angle's for. But with this, we're far enough away from the hub April tags to kind of keep it straight and see everything that we need to see.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you to 4451 ROBOTZ Garage. I believe that's all we have, and I'll see you next time. This is Isabella from Behind the Bumpers.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. Osh Cut is the premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, 3D tube laser cutting, and with nearly 500 variations of metal in stock and ready to cut. Just upload a file and claim your 50% off discount when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT. True competitors know that every second counts. That's why Kettering University challenges you to dive in right away as a first-year student. Participating in robotics programs helps Kettering students secure a valuable co-op. Whatever your interest, Kettering gives you more space to work faster and win faster. Learn more at kettering.edu/first.